det är inte alltid som man gör intervjuer på engelska här i Metropol, men det är precis vad vi ska göra nu. För den här gästen har kommit hela vägen ifrån New Orleans hit till iskalla lilla Stockholm. Det här är en rappare som har ett galet flow och en oändlig uppfinningsrikedom. Musik som får rappare som Kendrick Lamar att häpna och producenter som Timbaland att vilja signa henne. Vi ska lyssna på hennes musik och prata mer om hennes självutlämnande, fyndiga och alltid väldigt tajta texter. So I'm gonna switch over to English now. I'm honored to present for you 3D Nati. What's up?
What's good? What's good? I don't know everything you said, but I know it must have been a great introduction.
Yeah, but I've noticed like throughout your social medias that you've been learning a little Swedish. I saw you writing like vad fan hänt.
Vad fan hänt? Yeah, that's my favorite phrase now.
Yeah? Do you think it sounds good?
Yeah, I think I heard the record. I forgot the guy's name who performed the other night. It was dope. So I was asking, like, what does that mean? I want to say that.
Yeah. That was Grillat och Grandi that you saw the other night.
Yeah.
Because maybe some of you listeners were out in Solidaritet Arena the other day when Vad blir det för rap och Hammer Time was having a party and 3D Nati went on live.
Yeah.
And that was actually the first time that you performed live outside of USA.
Yes. One of the greatest experiences ever. I enjoyed myself so much. The energy was crazy. The crowd was crazy. Just the call and response, and they were so receptive of what I was doing. So it was dope.
Because I remember you saying on stage, you said something like, we party like back home in your... Was that true?
Yeah. Because, see, we have Mardi Gras back home in New Orleans. So people come and they party, and it's like they let all their inhibitions go when they're in the city. And that's what it seemed like. It made me feel real welcome. You know what I'm saying? So it just was familiar to me, the vibe and the love. I loved it.
It feels very much like you're a rapper that is really into entertain. Do you love being on stage?
I do. What's crazy is I'm always nervous before I go on, like so nervous, to the point where, you know, I get in a corner and I'm just sitting there with my headphones on and trying to prepare and stuff. And then as soon as my name is called, as soon as I take that first step towards the stage, it's like I forget all about it. Mm-hmm. And especially the crowd has a lot to do with that too. So that's why you can tell I was having so much fun because of the energy that I was getting from the crowd.
But I know about you that music is not the only art form that attracts you. You went to art school and you're into like photography, drawing, and architecture as well.
I mean, I know how to do those things. They were like something, just a talent that I had. But now I really like shooting my own videos and that stuff. But I'm an artist in every form of the word. But I really enjoy making music and, you know, shooting my videos and everything pertaining to my craft, which is getting the music out there.
And we're definitely going to listen to some of music. And I want to talk more to you about your lyrics, because so many of your songs are very, like, you reveal so much of yourself, but still with a really nice flow. We have to listen to some of your songs. I think that one song that presents you quite well, and the thing that we're going to talk more about, the way that you talk about yourself and sort of reflect over yourself, is the song Dear Old Me.
Yeah.
So we're going to listen to that and continue talking after that.
I love you. I'm never going to switch up. Know that.
So what you just heard was 3D Nati, Dear Old Me. And I'm here with 3D Nati in my studio. And one of the main reasons why I like your music is that you're really a true lyricist. You definitely have that lyrical talent. When did you first start writing lyrics?
I know I recorded my first song at 10 years old. I was writing way before that, but I didn't really take it seriously. Like, I didn't see it as a career choice or anything. But I was real young writing music. And that's why I think even at this point, songs like that, when it resonate with people, it kind of reminds me of why I really wanted to rap in the first place. Because when I was really young and I first started out, I was writing music, as a way for me to vent, just introspective stuff, even real young. So I don't ever want to stop doing that. I don't ever want to stop making music where I'm venting and putting my all in it, because I can make the songs where we turn up. You saw that when I performed the other night. So I got those club records, the radio bangers and all of that. But songs like Dear Old Me is really special to me because, I'm really giving my all and being introspective and talking about things like that.
Yeah, definitely. Because other songs that you have, like the one "Dear Father," where you can see that one. If you haven't heard that one, you when you're listening right now, if you haven't heard that one, you can go on YouTube and you can see the video that you directed yourself as well. That song is a very hurtful song about your father committing suicide.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, is your writing like a way of escaping? Has it ever been that for you?
It has always been an escape mechanism for me, and really, I know it sounds cliche, you might hear from a lot of artists, but music is definitely my safe haven. You know what I'm saying? Like it is really what keeps me sane. I go to music. That's why I never want to be stressed out by the industry. I never want to, get focused on anything else than making great music and keeping my musical integrity, because when the world stresses me out, that's where I go to, to drop my shit, feel good about myself and just escape.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about that with a lot of artists. Like when you start to work with something that you love, I mean, it's a gift and a curse sort of thing, I guess. Like to be able to do what you love, but still, like you say, you don't want to ruin it. You still want to be able to love it for the way that you.
Yeah, when it's no longer my passion, then I don't think I should be doing it anymore.
Do you think that would ever happen?
I don't think so. I'm not gonna let it happen. So no, I don't think so.
And were you always sure about being dishonest in your music, like in your lyrics? Were you always sure about revealing so much of yourself?
Early on, I used to have my reservations about putting so much. Like I remember songs that I used to record early on, like maybe in my teens and stuff. And I didn't even talk about the fact that my daddy actually committed suicide. I was kind of embarrassed about that. So, and then from what I knew at the time, I thought he was murdered. Then when I found out, I continued on with that whole he was murdered thing because it was sort of embarrassing for me. And then I realized that can really help somebody else, if I be truthful about it and accept it. And I think making songs like Dear Father and revealing those things in my music is what kind of got me over it. Yeah. When I saw other people, relating to that and commenting on 3dnot.com and, all on my app and stuff like that, they were touched by it. So that kind of makes me no longer want to hide anything. Like before we started this interview, I'm like, whatever you want to talk about is cool, because I know that somebody is listening the same way that I was listening to Lauryn Hill, and she's talking about things in her life, on her projects, and everything. So I want to be one of those artists that's open. I think it's important.
One other thing about you and your lyrics is that the other night when I was at your show, you were just like pulling up your phone, started to rap something that you would just, I don't know if you'd been writing it just like the moment before in the hotel room or something like that.
Yeah, I was working on it before I got here, and I was kind of finishing it up in the hotel.
Yeah.
And the like I said, the vibe was so crazy in there. That wasn't a part of the show, but I said, let me send this. I want to send this to Peter. Let's see what happens. And so we did it. And what I did was I just wrote a record. I told Petter to put the beat on.
Yeah.
and I just rapped it for the first time on stage, pulled my phone out, just did it. And I got a great response for it. So I promised Stockholm that if they gave me a good response on the record that I would record it, and I keep my promises.
Then you need to give Stockholm like a shout out or something.
Yeah,
in the song.
I will.
That's crazy. All right, we'll be waiting for that track.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm gonna play one more of your songs. It's The Kill. It's the latest one out from you. You want to say anything about the song before I put it on?
It's just a crazy lyrical record for me, but the vibe is kind of dark. And I'm just speaking my mind about the industry and what I feel, how I feel as a female artist, how I feel as an artist wanting to be one of the best of all times and, you know, being pigeon-held in a box and all of that. So, the kill.
Everybody wanna be God. Everybody wanna be Hova. Everybody wanna be Jesus. None of the T's here, it's over. Young Oprah, no Lola, Azalea. I dream this shit on failure. After Timberlane, they plan to see a failure. Sending me back to crack hamburger helper, no sir. When they was working, I was working. Hoes fucking for a Birkin, I was certain it would be closed curtain. When I finally hit the surface, now they wanna ride the wave. I'm the only bitch surfing. The mother hoes Ron Corey Irvin. I was being chased by the devils. Rather go back to the block, push rocks than sign with managers like pebbles.
Metropol 93,8.
Du lyssnar på Metropol 93,8. Låten vi precis hörde var Petter tillsammans med I&I, Början på allt. Och innan det lyssnade vi på Jay-Z tillsammans med Justin Timberlake, Holy Grail. Och jag sitter här i min studio med dagens första gäst. Ifrån New Orleans har vi 3D Nutty up in the studio.
Yeah, I'm in here.
You in here, you still here. Taking some pictures up for your website, right?
Yeah, 3dnut.com, my mobile app. You know, I make sure I document all of this stuff.
Yeah.
So you can go.
You can go see videos and everything
Yeah.
that you, most of them you directed yourself.
Yeah. About 95% of the videos. And if you didn't have a chance to come and see the show, I'm going to recap my whole trip, you know, so you'll be able to come by with me. You'll be able to see Amie.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
You'll be able to see her and all of that. So I'm going to put it on the website.
And also, you're really good at Instagramming. Because
Yeah.
I don't like when you follow someone and they never post anything. I love more when people post a lot of stuff, you know, and you
Yeah.
post like films and everything.
That's me all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love my Instagram. I make sure I put everything up there because, you know, a day of an artist is never the same. So I make sure I try to document everything and put it up there.
Yeah, with some films like you talking to the fans, I love it. But one thing that I saw on your Instagram a while ago was some comment that you've got from some, I think it's a fan living in France. You posted it and then you gave like a really long, good response to that. I'm going to read what this girl was writing to you because I think that sort of like sums up a lot of opinions that I think a lot of people have about female rappers.
Right.
And maybe about like women overall, even if you're not a rapper. So what this person was writing to you was, no disrespect, but why do you feel you gotta show so much skin? Let your talent speak for itself. Apart from that, keep on grinding, sister. We need more hip hop queens.
Right.
Do you get this a lot?
Sometimes, but not too much. But my response just to that was, you know, I am a female artist, and because I am a female artist, it's not okay for me to be myself. This is the way that I want to dress, and I don't think that the way that I dress is offensive to anyone. But because I show a little skin, or because I am a little sexy with my dressing, the way that I dress, then people have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Just because I have a vagina, who cares? It's mine. You know what I'm saying? Who cares? But, you know, I want to be myself. And does that take anything away from my music? Does that, are you distracted that much by my body that it takes away from my music? When we had LL Cool J licking his lips all the time, shirt off.
Very
You know
much,
what I'm saying?
very much.
So a woman is not allowed to be feminine. I love being a woman. I love my curves. I love everything, my sexuality, the way I walk, the way I talk. I love everything about being a woman. And it should not offend people if you really love the music.
But at the same time, in society, women are expected to be very sexy, and it's very much about the look. Do you think that it's a complexity that you are a rapper, sometimes very like you rap really hard, and at the same time you dress this way? Do you think it's the like complexity that gives people this?
Maybe it is, but
Twist.
who cares? You know what I'm saying? Because I have more to talk about than my pussy. You know what I'm saying?
So because I spit hard and because I talk about these introspective things like you and I just spoke about, you know, do I have to dress like the brat? Do I have to have my pants sagging or act like I'm a part of Wu-Tang or something because I'm not talking about having sex all day? You know, I'm a woman and I love to dress how I want to dress. I love to be who I am. And everything about my music is giving 100% of me. Everything about the way I dress, everything about the way I talk and I walk, I don't care. This is me. Either you're going to accept it or you're not. And what's crazy about that is I responded to her and she was like, I totally understand. And, you know, so me and her had a dialogue and I think it's something that was kind of special because for one, I do respond to my fans and I think that I came across in a way that she really understood it and respected it. So that was the reason why I posted it because other people may think that and they might be, you know, might not want to ask me or they might feel that way. And I see it on the blog sometimes, but I'm going to be me, you know?
And I mean, throughout your whole career, do you think that, like this, how do you think your career, I mean, if you only would listen to your sound, the things that you say and your flow, do you think you would be today if you were a man?
That's a good question. I never been asked that before. I really don't know. I never really thought about that. I know that as women in hip hop, we get pigeonholed and stereotyped a lot. So I don't know if I was a man, would it hinder me? Would I stand out as much as I do now? Or would I, you know, fall into the crowd because men are more looked at as lyricists, you know? So I just pride myself on being an actual artist who loves lyricism, who loves making conceptual music, and I say what I want, no filter. You know what I'm saying? Now, whether I would be farther advanced in my career or not, I don't know. I just do what I'm doing, and I'm grateful for the success that I have and everything that's happening for me.
We're going to listen to one more of your songs. It's called Do It. Do you want to say something about that song before I put it on?
I hope y'all enjoy this song. This is one of my favorite songs to perform. And I did it the other night. I performed it the other night and we got the crowd rapping it. It was crazy. So I hope y'all love this song because I'm going to be dropping a video for it soon.
Ex around, bet they say I'm a giant. I tell him I love him, he tell me I'm lying. Goddamn it, he right, but I tell him I'm trying. I just say that shit cause I know that he buying. See, I play these niggas like a Milton Bradley. Make them give me head, then I call a taxi. I'm a pimp son, so it's hard to grab me. And you a simp son like Bart and Maggie. Or like Marge and Lisa, I depart with visas. And my iPhone, I control alt delete ya. I don't trick on dick with an offer pizza like Maybach. Oh, bitch, my heart's a freezer. In and out of town, so it's hard to meet. It hit your knees like you're talking to Jesus. Open my legs and hump for my eggs. Ew, you have a better chance at the park for Easter.
I do this shit, boy, I do it. 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 I do this shit, boy, I do it.
Do It, 3D, not T.
I do this shit.
You do this shit. And you do it with, you put in so much hard work. Because even though you got really much fans obviously throughout the globe, you're here in Sweden now, and a lot of people loving your lyrics and your personality, and I mean, you've made like rappers like Kendrick Lamar that a lot of people love. You made him go like, whoa, on this radio show. We're gonna talk more about that in a minute. And Timbaland flew you out. You worked together, and he wanted to sign you. I mean, but you're still unsigned. What's up with that?
I'm just looking for the right situation, and you know, going back to kind of what we was talking about a little earlier, when you do things like that, like turn down a deal, and you are a female, people automatically assume that you're a bitch or you're too demanding or you want some money. And that's not the case. I'm just looking for the right situation. And so when a woman in this industry tries to be, you know, a businesswoman and choose the right decisions for herself, she's looked at as a bitch, or she's looked at as she might be difficult to work with, or what's going on, or what's the big deal. And I think if a man would do those same things and look for the right situation, it's just like, he's smart, he's such a great businessman, because that's not the right situation for him. But that's all I'm doing. I'm just filling out for the right situation for me. And I've been blessed so far to right now, you know, I'm working with Russell Simmons. He has a new project, his new venture with Universal Records, and that's called ADD. So I've been doing a lot of work for him and his channel and working with that and just grinding. But as far as the deal, that doesn't really hinder me, because I'm sitting here on radio in Sweden, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm able to travel. I'm able to make the music that I love. And I have people, you know, this year I've talked to people from Cash Money. I sat down with Birdman. You know, I had Steve Rifkin come to my house. And I'm just glad that these people are respecting what I'm doing. And the offers are there. So I'm just filling it out and make sure I pick the right thing for not only me, but for my future.
Yeah, because since you're not signed, and you've been able to maintain, like you said earlier, the person that you really are, and be able to say what you want. Because I heard one of your like freestyle raps on YouTube, and you said if you don't like if you speak your mind, record labels are gonna molest you. Like you feel like they're gonna come and like change you completely.
Pretty much. Pretty much. So I have to be as entertaining as I am and as talented as I am. I have to be just as much assertive. And, you know, stand my ground and not in a disrespectful manner, because I'm a pretty respectful person, you know, but I have to make sure that my best interest is in mind, because I'm not just trying to be a rapper. That's not the end all be all with me. I have other people who I want to pull up. I want to make music that empowers people so they can take that power and empower somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm looking at the end of the day, not just signing a deal, getting some money, getting some chains and whips and all of that shit. That's not that important to me.